So many things in our day-to-day life affects our mood and our energy. And we live in a reality where we are involved with people, commitments, work, and all the challenges that comes with it. Our reality seems to be just like being in a giant classroom where we are constantly being challenged. Life's way of helping us liberate ourselves from our own limitations is to have us face our trauma, triggers, fears, and insecurities. But most of us find it hard to perceive life challenges that way, simply because the society we grew up in didn't really look at life like that. And instead, we look at life challenges as difficulties designed to make us suffer and life harder. This is not our fault. We grew up being conditioned by our outside environment. We absorbed and picked up everything from our peers, parents, school, and media influencers. And we must first have a realization of our conditioning and mental structures and patterns to make positive changes in the way we perceive life situations, which will then lead to having the ability to effectively handle and deal with day-to-day life challenges. When we are not able to witness our own conditioning, we tend to blame life, ourselves, people, and situations. And when we do that, we feel more defeated and it gets us more stuck in a rut. And what is sad is that is how most of us learn how to deal with challenging situations, which never works and does not solve the challenge, nor it does help us deal with the root of the problem. It only causes much suffering, confusion, and conflict. Therefore, the practice of self-awareness is key in learning how we function and discover our triggers, our thoughts and the stories our mind plays, mental structures and patterns, our emotions, tendencies, strengths and weaknesses, so we can first start working on our own limitations and dysfunctions, heal and energize ourselves so that we can develop a clearer perception of life's unfoldment, which includes people and situations presented to you in your day-to-day life. I have come to realize that what seems to us as difficult situation is just a symptom which shows us that we are sick or weak in that area, and life wants us to deal with it, heal, and become free from it. Part of the self-awareness practice is carving out time to be alone in a quiet environment and be still so you can effectively assess yourself. Remind yourself that you are not your thoughts, emotions, and conditioning, and you are the one witnessing all of those. By doing this, you can see the subject and object relationship between you, the witness, and your conditioning, the object, and free yourself from being identified with your mental structures. This allows you to assess your conditioning from a neutral place. You are simply seeing things for what it is. You are not going to blame yourself. You are going to realize and discover how you end up thinking the way you do and become empowered to make positive changes and outlook in life. After all, you are not your mind. You are the one witnessing the thoughts. You are going to start watching your triggers. When a car in front of you is driving very slowly, you start feeling irritated and perhaps even angry. This is the perfect time to practice self-awareness. Feel the emotions and watch your thoughts. Remember, you are not an angry person. You are the one feeling and witnessing the angry sensations. Do you want to be free from feeling this way? I am sure your answer is yes. Simply observe your thoughts and feelings and remind yourself that peace is what you ultimately want and freedom from this dysfunctional pattern. Relax and release and repeat the practice. Never fight the mind, simply observe. You are no longer reacting. You are not avoiding or suppressing your feelings either. You are going to simply face this dysfunctional mental pattern without blaming yourself or feeling guilty that there is something wrong with you. You are simply going to observe what doesn't work and doesn't serve you and let go. Keep practicing, and you will one day find yourself unaffected by this situation because you have learned how to relax, release, and let go. Learning how to respect, honor, and become aligned with life's unfoldment plays a big part in your journey to a peaceful heart. A huge part of the journey to true liberation, peace, and joy is being aligned with life and all its unfoldment. When we stop trying to make it do what we want based on our desires and preferences, and we learn how to respect, honor, and become friendly with the present moment, then we are liberated, which then leads to experience of peace and joy. The key to learning how to become aligned with life is to realize that there are billions of people and things around us, and the world doesn't revolve around us. There are so many moments and unfoldment happening all over and all at the same time. And so, how can we expect life to cater only to us? When you realize and accept the reality, which is that everything that is happening outside has nothing to do with us and it is just life unfolding, then we can begin to let go of our preferences. And with the absence of our own expectations and desires, we become more open and accepting of the present moment. We also stop taking things personally and self-pitying, which leads to an increase in energy, the kind of energy that gives us that feeling of bliss, peace, and joy. So those are the two key practices that will help with your journey to a peaceful heart. Make it a habit to go within and examine yourself instead of getting caught with the drama unfolding in front of you, outside of you. Accept and surrender to the unfoldment. Simply observe and then relax, release, and let go. Peace be with you.